My friend, before we go any further, I want you to picture something so simple, so small, you could slip it right into your pocket and walk away without anyone noticing. Yet this small thing, if you guard it, nurture it, protect it, and let it stay with you, will shape the next 50 years of your life. Just keep it in your pocket, you'll thank me for the rest of your days. Because what I'm speaking about tonight is not a theory, not an idea, not a philosophy locked away in dusty books. It is a living force, a spiritual law woven into the fabric of the universe, responding to you every moment whether you are aware of it or not. The first key point is simple yet profound: the unseen world is far more powerful than the seen world. Most people live their lives focused only on what they can touch, hear, see, and measure. They base their decisions, their hopes, and even their fears on circumstances that are visible and tangible. But the truth is that the visible world is only a shadow of the greater reality that operates behind the scenes. Every material outcome, every success, every breakthrough starts first in the invisible realm. It is in this unseen world, the world of thoughts, beliefs, expectations, and imagination, where the seeds of your destiny are sown. Just as a farmer cannot harvest without first planting and nurturing seeds in the soil, you cannot achieve your highest potential without first planting the seeds in the invisible soil of your mind and spirit. The unseen is where the creative force of the universe operates. It is where energy gathers, intention forms, and the law of attraction responds to the signals you send out. When your mind holds a clear vision, when your heart carries unwavering faith, you are sending out signals that ripple through the invisible dimensions, drawing circumstances, people, and opportunities to align with your vision. But if your thoughts are scattered, fearful, or doubtful, the unseen responds with the same energy, creating obstacles and challenges that mirror your inner state. This is why so many people struggle in life despite working hard. They are focused on changing the visible, while ignoring the power of shaping the invisible. The unseen world is responsive, and it always delivers what you have impressed upon it. The invisible is not passive, it is alive, dynamic, and always at work. Learning to see with spiritual eyes, to listen to intuition. The second key point reveals a truth that many overlook: your thoughts are seeds that shape your tomorrows. Every thought you entertain, whether fleeting or persistent, carries a form of energy that influences your reality. Just as a single seed has within it the potential to grow into a towering tree, every thought contains the power to manifest circumstances, opportunities, and experiences in your life. The universe does not distinguish between positive or negative thoughts, it simply responds to the patterns and intensity of the energy you emit. When you repeatedly focus on fear, doubt, or limitation, you are planting seeds that will grow into obstacles, setbacks, and struggles. Conversely, when your mind dwells on hope, faith, gratitude, and clarity of vision, you are planting seeds that will blossom into success, fulfillment, and abundance. This is why discipline of thought is so critical. A careless thought, allowed to linger, can quietly shape your reality over time. Conversely, a deliberate, well-nurtured thought, constantly reinforced with belief and expectation, can create outcomes far beyond what you imagine. The key is not simply thinking positively in a superficial way, it is thinking with intention, with purpose, and with a clear awareness that your mental focus is creative. Visualization, imagination, and expectation are the tools through which these seeds are cultivated. When you spend time imagining the life you desire, feeling it as though it is already real, and maintaining confidence in its eventual arrival, you water those seeds daily. You are telling the unseen world exactly what to bring. Fourth, habits of thought, repeated day after day, compound like invisible compound interest, quietly building the architecture of your future. Your mind is not just a passive organ reacting to circumstance, it is a creative force, constantly shaping the trajectory of your life. And the harvest you reap, whether joyous or painful, is always the result of the seeds you have planted in the fertile soil of your imagination. By becoming vigilant over your thoughts, by intentionally planting the seeds of faith, hope, clarity, and expectation, you align yourself with the natural principles that govern attraction and manifestation, ensuring that what grows in the unseen will inevitably appear in the seen. This is why every moment of conscious thought matters, and why the mastery of your inner world is the foundation for every outward success and fulfillment you seek. The third key point teaches a principle that is both simple and profound: the law of attraction responds to inner expectation, not outer circumstance. Most people mistakenly believe that the world must change first before they can experience joy, success, or abundance. They wait for the right job, the right relationship, or the perfect conditions to arrive before they allow themselves to feel hope or take inspired action. But the law of attraction does not respond to what is happening outside of you, it responds to the reality you carry within. Your inner world, your beliefs, expectations, emotions, and mental images is the signal that the universe reads. When you expect good things, when your heart is aligned with hope and confidence, the universe mirrors that inner reality by bringing experiences, people, and opportunities into your life that correspond to it. Conversely, if your inner world is filled with fear, doubt, or resignation, the outer world will reflect those vibrations back to you. It is not that the universe punishes you, it simply delivers what you are internally resonating with. This is why so many capable, hard-working people remain stuck in cycles. Of the fourth key point teaches that vision is the womb where miracles are conceived. Everything that exists in the physical world was first imagined in someone's mind, first envisioned in the invisible before it appeared in the visible. A vision is more than a fleeting thought or a casual daydream, it is a deliberate, vivid picture of what you desire, held firmly and faithfully in your inner world. When you cultivate a clear and compelling vision, you create a space within yourself where possibilities can take shape, where ideas can germinate, and where miracles begin to form. The universe responds not to vague wishes but to the clarity and intensity of the vision you hold. The mind, heart, and spirit are like fertile soil, and the vision is the seed planted within it. Just as a seed buried in darkness quietly gathers strength before it sprouts into life, your vision begins to gather unseen forces around it, attracting the right circumstances, people, and opportunities necessary for its fulfillment. Without a vision, life tends to drift aimlessly, leaving you subject to chance, circumstance, and the expectations of others. But with a clear vision, your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to align toward a definite purpose. It becomes the guiding compass of your inner and outer world, shaping your decisions, influencing your behavior, and determining the trajectory of your life. A vision also inspires resilience. Challenges, setbacks, and obstacles are inevitable, yet when your vision is firmly held, it acts as a tether that keeps you anchored, reminding you of the greater reality toward which you are moving. Every breakthrough in history, every extraordinary life, the fifth key point reveals a truth that is often overlooked. What you continually imagine becomes permission for the universe to act. The human mind is a powerful creative instrument, and the images you hold in your imagination are like signals sent out into the invisible realms of reality. When you repeatedly focus on a particular scenario, whether it is success, abundance, health, or joy, you are essentially giving the universe a blueprint of what you desire. Imagination is not merely idle fantasy, it is the rehearsal ground where your future is shaped. The more vivid, detailed, and emotionally charged your imagination, the stronger the signal becomes. When you imagine with faith and expectation, you awaken forces beyond your immediate awareness that begin to orchestrate circumstances in alignment with your inner vision. On the other hand, when your imagination dwells on fear, lack, or failure, it sends the opposite message, attracting experiences that reflect doubt and limitation. This is why controlling the quality of your thoughts under the sixth key point emphasizes a principle that is both simple and transformative. Gratitude unlocks the flow of favor and abundance. Gratitude is more than just a polite response to life's blessings, it is a powerful force that aligns your inner world with the universal currents of prosperity and opportunity. When you cultivate genuine gratitude, you are not merely acknowledging what you already have, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive more. This state of thankfulness shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from limitation to possibility, and from despair to hope. The energy of gratitude is magnetic. It draws toward you experiences, relationships, and opportunities that resonate with the frequency of appreciation. Even in times of challenge, maintaining a heart of gratitude transforms your perspective, allowing you to see the hidden gifts in every situation. It trains your mind to notice solutions instead of problems, doors instead of walls, and blessings instead of burdens. Scientific studies have shown that gratitude improves mental clarity, reduces stress, and enhances overall well-being, but its spiritual power goes far beyond what can be measured. In the unseen realm, gratitude is like a key. The seventh key point reveals a profound truth: your words are creative forces, and they should never be spoken lightly. Every word you release carries energy, a vibration that ripples through the unseen world long before it manifests in the visible. Words are not simply sounds or letters strung together, they are instruments of creation, capable of building or destroying, attracting or repelling. When you speak with faith, hope, and positivity, you are issuing invitations to the universe for good things to enter your life. Your declarations shape your mindset, influence your emotions, and set in motion unseen currents that draw circumstances into alignment with your spoken intentions. Conversely, careless, negative, the eighth key point teaches that desire aligned with belief becomes destiny. Desire alone is like a spark without fuel. It carries potential but cannot ignite a transformation in your life unless it is combined with unwavering belief. Many people wish for things they deeply want, yet they remain trapped in cycles of disappointment because their desire exists only on the surface of their consciousness, unsupported by faith or inner certainty. When desire is fused with genuine belief, however, it creates a powerful energy that the universe recognizes and responds to. Belief acts as the magnet that draws circumstances, opportunities, and people into alignment with what you are seeking. It transforms passive longing into active creation, allowing the unseen world to orchestrate events that correspond to the intensity and clarity of your inner conviction. The alignment of desire and belief also affects your actions. When the ninth key point reveals a principle that is often overlooked but profoundly important, you cannot attract what you secretly reject internally. Deep within each of us, there are hidden beliefs, fears, and judgments that quietly shape the reality we experience. You may speak of abundance, success, or love, yet if part of your heart secretly doubts that you deserve it or resents it, the universe responds not to your words but to your inner alignment. Attraction is not influenced by outward declarations alone, it is governed by the congruence between your conscious desires and your subconscious beliefs. Every time you entertain thoughts of unworthiness, fear, or resistance, you are erecting invisible barriers that prevent the flow of blessings into your life. The law of attraction responds to what you are willing to accept internally, not what you wish externally. This is why many people work hard, pray diligently, and visualize consistently, yet still feel stuck. Their inner world is sending conflicting signals, quietly rejecting the very outcomes they claim to want. Awareness of your internal acceptance becomes crucial, for the mind and heart operate as the operating system through which the universe communicates. You cannot attract prosperity while secretly fearing it, nor can you summon love while harboring resentment. Or the 10th key point teaches that faith-filled imagination is the architect of breakthrough. Imagination is not merely a form of idle entertainment or wishful thinking, it is the creative engine through which the unseen world begins to shape reality. When your imagination is charged with faith, it becomes a powerful tool that communicates your desires to the universe with clarity, intensity, and expectation. Faith-filled imagination does not entertain doubt or hesitation, it paints a picture of what is possible as though it is already true. This is the difference between dreaming and envisioning. Dreaming is passive, a soft wish that floats through the mind without force. Envisioning with faith, however, is active and deliberate. It forms mental patterns that magnetize opportunities, solutions, and resources. The 11th key point emphasizes that emotional alignment is the magnet that pulls experiences toward you. Thoughts alone are not enough to shape your reality, they must be accompanied by emotions that resonate with the outcomes you desire. The universe responds not only to what you think but to what you feel, and your emotions serve as the signal that attracts circumstances and events that match your inner state. When your heart is aligned with love, gratitude, confidence, and joy, it sends out a vibration that draws experiences of the same frequency. Conversely, when fear, anger, doubt, or resentment dominate your emotional state, the universe mirrors these energies, creating situations that reflect your inner turmoil. Emotional alignment is powerful because it bridges the gap between the invisible world of thought and the visible world of the 12th key point teaches that consistent focus reshapes the trajectory of your life. Many people underestimate the power of sustained attention, believing that occasional effort or fleeting concentration is enough to create meaningful change. Yet the law of attraction operates on the principle of alignment, and nothing aligns more strongly than a mind and heart that are consistently directed toward a clear purpose. Focus is the force that concentrates energy, channels intention, and amplifies the signals you send to the unseen world. When you hold your attention steadily on a goal, a vision, or a desired outcome, you are planting seeds in the fertile soil of possibility. Over time, these seeds grow, drawing resources, ideas, and opportunities that correspond to the intensity and clarity of your focus. Consistency matters more than intensity alone. A brief burst of concentrated thought. The 13th key point emphasizes that the universe bends to those who live with unwavering expectation. Expectation is not mere hope or wishful thinking, it is a deep, settled conviction that what you desire is not only possible but inevitable. When you hold this kind of expectation, your mind, emotions, and actions all align in harmony with the outcome you seek, sending a coherent and powerful signal to the unseen world. The universe responds to the energy you radiate. An unwavering expectation generates a frequency that attracts circumstances, people, and opportunities into alignment with your vision. This principle operates regardless of current circumstances or obstacles. Life may present challenges, setbacks, or delays, but the individual who maintains unwavering expectation continues to operate from a place of certainty rather than. The 14th key point reveals a truth that is often underestimated: small daily mental habits become the giants of future harvests. The mind is like fertile soil, and every thought you nurture consistently acts as a seed that will grow over time. It is not always the grand, dramatic actions or the occasional surge of motivation that shape a life, but the quiet, disciplined repetition of positive mental patterns that accumulate unseen energy and momentum. Every day that you choose to focus on hope instead of fear, gratitude instead of complaint, and clarity instead of confusion, you are cultivating an inner environment in which success, abundance, and fulfillment can naturally flourish. These small mental habits, though seemingly insignificant in the moment, compound over weeks, months, and years, gradually reshaping your subconscious beliefs and the way the universe responds to you. Just as a farmer tends to crops daily, watering, pruning, and protecting them, so must you tend to your thoughts and attitudes with careful attention. Neglect, distraction, or repeated negative thinking will yield results that mirror those energies, while persistent, intentional focus on constructive and empowering patterns will draw circumstances into alignment with your inner world. Over time, the cumulative effect of these mental habits becomes undeniable. Opportunities that once seemed impossible appear as if by design, relationships deepen and flourish, and doors of provision, creativity, and insight open spontaneously. It is the quiet discipline of the mind. The 15th key point teaches that what you hold in your heart longer than a moment becomes the direction of your life. The human heart is not only a center of emotion but also a compass that guides the trajectory of your existence. Fleeting thoughts and passing desires rarely leave a lasting imprint, but the ideas, visions, and feelings that you nurture continuously begin to shape your decisions, actions, and ultimately the reality that surrounds you. When you invest your heart in something, giving it attention, care, and emotional energy, you are planting a seed that will grow in both your inner and outer world. The universe responds not to casual interest but to persistent alignment. The 16th key point teaches that carrying the right vision in your pocket, in your inner world, can transform the next 50 years of your life. This principle is about the quiet, persistent cultivation of an internal reality that shapes your external experience. The vision you hold in your heart and mind acts as a blueprint, guiding your thoughts, emotions, decisions, and actions in alignment with the outcomes you desire. It is not enough to merely wish or hope for a better life. True transformation begins when you nurture a clear, specific, and emotionally charged vision that you carry consistently, like a treasure in your pocket, protected from doubt, distraction, and the opinions of others. When this vision is held daily, it becomes a reference point for your subconscious mind, which begins to align itself with the reality you are determined to manifest. Over time, the repeated focus on this inner picture organizes your energy and attention toward opportunities, relationships, and circumstances that reflect your desired outcome. The universe, in turn, responds to this steady, unwavering signal, orchestrating events and connections that correspond to the vision you carry. This is why many people fail to see results. They may have grand dreams but allow them to drift, diluted by fear, uncertainty, or competing distractions. The ones who succeed are those who guard their vision, return to it daily, and allow it to shape their inner conversations, their emotional responses, and their daily choices. The act of carrying a vision internally is also a practice of faith and patience. It requires trust that the unseen forces of the universe are moving on your behalf, even when external circumstances suggest otherwise. By consistently nurturing your vision, you create a powerful alignment between your inner and outer worlds, and this alignment becomes the engine of long-term transformation. What is held in your inner world, cherished and maintained with faith, eventually finds its reflection in your outer world, shaping the trajectory of your life, relationships, achievements, and even the legacy you leave behind. This principle reminds you that true power is not in temporary effort or visible display but in the steady cultivation of inner clarity and focused expectation over years, decades, and a lifetime.